It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. All right. What is up, guys? This is the LA Wolfpack coming to you live with our Week 7 to 12 games, which this is a reminder if you haven't yet to turn them in. Um, I'm here with you right now with Red Jackets and Tampa RBA. How are we doing, guys?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. So let's talk briefly about our games for this week. We start out with Week 7 versus the Outlaws, which I don't believe are part of this league. And once again, I come up against I need to update these teams. Week 8 versus the Punters. Week 9 versus the Alcoholic Pandas, who were Pacific Champions final, or Pacific Conference's final league. The Isotopes in week 10. We have a bye week in week 11, which is good because we only have a half hour to run these games so we can get ready for Red Jacket stream. And then week 12, we play on the Pirates. So let's get this underway rather quickly. Quick note, actually, while I'm still thinking about it. I fired both the offensive linemen that I thought I was going to be using all season because they just weren't getting it done for me. So I have better draft picks, and I totally forget where I can see that as I hop around the screen. But I have draft picks more than I know. Oh, here we are. I've got 2 first rounders and 3 second rounders and a third round going into next season. So I'm hoping to really just hit the ground running next season with a fully upgraded cast of characters. Here's a shout out to Aloof Balloon who's hanging out in the live chat right now. What's up, buddy? Excited for the secret projects we're working on at this point in time. Um, all right, and let's get this underway. Week 7 versus the Outlaws, who I just wow. I've been playing my personal recently, and it shows because I threw to the wrong guy in the first week because he was wearing red. Um, cool. So we're gonna start by giving away 3 points to the Outlaws. Halfway through the first quarter now, and let's hope for something a little bit better going forward because that's just unfortunate. Um, we'll get this underway here with a nice pickup to the 40-yard line, and the lag is a little real right now, but we're getting by. And hello to the Chicago Rams. Uh, if you want Rams, you could message myself or Red Jackets, and we can get you into this stream chat on Discord. I know there are plenty of people who want to hear more from you, being a champion and all that, and a founding member of this league, which is really cool. And a funny note, actually, we were looking at all our captains guys who are helping us run this league, and not a single captain was a founding member of the RBA. Um, the original 32 teams did not include any captains, which I just found really interesting. It goes to show you, I think it really rings true when you look at what we talk about with we want the cream of the crop rising to the top, and in both, the way we do our games and in the way we handle management and our leadership positions. It's really cool that all of our captains are actually guys who came into the league not in that first wave and maybe look at things a different way than we do, who, have been here the entire time. Especially among those of us who have yet to be relegated to anything other than Premier League, and we'll talk with Red Jackets when he gets back about what that's like. I'll never be able to stop throwing a little bit of shade at him, but it's okay. He loves me. So
So,
Tampa, since you're here, any updates on the news center for the RBA? Anything you've got in the works, maybe any interviews or something like that?
today I interviewed Chicago Rams.
You did.
That'll,
Okay.
yeah, and that'll be posted on Thursday, I believe. There's some rumors that Red Jackets might be hosting a version of News Center on Wednesday.
That'll be interesting. I'll be sure to
Yeah.
look for that. And can I just say it's really really cool what you do. We're all of us up in the council are big fans of your work. Really, we were talking about earlier today, just kind of where we're going with this league, and we really think that you help bring kind of a heart and soul to the league that we don't have when you're looking at just like scores and score submissions and stuff. So just a huge, we really appreciate the work that you do. If we haven't already told you that enough. We're not trying to get your head as inflated as aloof balloons, but we are giving you a shout out for the work that you've done. And we're gonna get a real quick 52-yard strike at the end of the half to Light, who I think that was, yeah, Light, who is a new wide receiver with us because we got rid of Mostert, I believe, at the end of last season. Although maybe I'm mistaken there. I think he was just eating up a little too much of the cap, so we traded him away for hopefully bigger and better things. But he's been on fire so far. This rookie guy, and another deep ball to him, 45-yard pickup. And I'll let you get back to what you were saying about the news center, Tampa. Sorry to interrupt. Just excited about actually being able to make a couple big throws after being sacked almost sacked like every play last week.
Definitely don't like being sacked a lot. We have our next update. Our next update will be tomorrow, so we're gonna have back-to-back days with updates because of Mother's Day. We were closed on a Sunday.
I think we all were a little closed on Sunday for sure. I saw Discord notifications and I ended up muting them because I was like, I have too much. Yeah, I have more important stuff to do. As much as I love the RBA, mom definitely comes first. So
Definitely. It's out there.
so I'm excited about excited to celebrate mom, of course, and excited about the future of this league and I know it's kind of been nuts just everything recently, but we're hoping to get the league back on a normal schedule after this week. We know score submissions have been down as a result, and we totally understand. We've been having to make adjustments for that too. Huge shout out to Alaskan Armor for being in the chat, and a even bigger shout out for being the first person to promote this league. It's such a huge deal to us. We're super grateful. He used a Discord boost on the RBA Discord, so he put down 2 boosts, and then I ended up caving and buying Nitro and throwing down another 2. So we are working on maybe getting an animated server icon on Discord and stuff. What's up, Red Jackets?
A reward system.
A reward system, but I was going to talk about, we're talking about maybe getting a animated icon for the Discord, and it would be really cool if we could see more of those roll in. Not that we expect guys to, but it's a really cool way of kind of just showing your appreciation for the work that everyone's doing to make this run, and at some point we get cool other perks from Discord from paying them enough money. So
gotta support Discord.
Gotta support. I mean, Discord is why we run, or it's how we run. So I can't get too upset about the fact that I'm chipping in $10 a month or whatever it is, and I'll probably end up getting their yearly package at some point, but I just don't got the money right now.
It's crazy how we went from a Twitter league to a Discord league.
And pretty quickly too. We had the.
Right.
I mean, we're talking within a week. Like by the time we'd actually got the league started, we were almost entirely on Discord. To the point I've kind of stopped using the Wolfpack Twitter account almost entirely. Just because like cool as that side of it is, like it is this community in here that I'm doing all the stuff I'm doing for. So. Entirely. Just because like cool as that side of it is, like it is this community in here that I'm doing all the stuff I'm doing for. So. And I think I just realized that I have feedback somewhere because I'm hearing myself talk. I hate my voice.
So someone has either your stream playing or someone has or you have your own stream playing somewhere.
I just checked. I am muted on my computer. I have my stream muted on my computer.
You muted yourself.
Yeah, because YouTube has the
Yeah,
like
I
in
know.
the
I'm messing with
studio.
you.
Yeah, no, I did mute myself because I was tired of hearing myself talk. But the rest of you guys can, if you aren't sick of my voice already, like I am. Um, I mean, again, I was talking about this Red Jackets while you were gone, but just we're super, just excited about the future of this league and where we're going and all that. So yeah, you got anything to say on that, or did you bounce again?
Wait, what were we talking about?
Just kind of where we're going with that. Um, Also, Gladiators, thanks for telling people to subscribe to Red Jacket's channel, but not my own.
That is not Gladiators. That is me. Oh, that's my brother.
Oh wow, you're right. I've seen Poggers before, and I was thinking it was Gladiators. Ouch, because Gladiators has said that I think once or twice, but we're gonna ignore that entirely. We're gonna ignore that snafu. I apologize to the younger Summers brother. Your brother is a great guy. I've gotten to know him a lot over the course of this multi-month long experiment at this point. Uh, yeah,
Oh yeah,
good vibes and all that.
yeah. So future of the league.
Yeah,
So we're working on expanding towards stuff like, oh man, where'd my mouse go? Stuff like, what am I thinking of? New roles for people to take on, so we can hopefully so we can ease it off our back a little bit.
yeah. We're tired. Not of running this league. We're just tired in general, and
We need assistance.
we do. We need more assistance than we currently have because as much as we love our captains, they're doing a lot for us too right now. So
Right.
to Laxlanders, I understand. I am sorry. There's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. My internet is garbage, and so here we are. But we're gonna keep rolling real quickly, and we're gonna keep this. I don't know, Red Jackets, if you've got the games pulled up right now. We had a decent showing in the first one,
Yeah, I'm
and
watching. I saw that. That was a huge game right there.
I definitely. It feels like my huge games are everyone else's just like normal games, and I'm constantly amazed at how many points people put up, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
Every time I think I have like a groundbreaking game, I don't. I mean, it's a little frustrating, honestly. Just look at like, man, like I've never been great at any kind of video game, but I've never been terrible, and it feels
Yeah.
like I'm terrible here.
Yeah,
I don't say
I've been having.
anyone's terrible. Like, I think if you've got a net positive point differential, you're
Yeah, you're probably. I guess Yeah, I mean it's. But even then, it's
going
like.
16-0 and winning the Retro Bowl reliably.
Then I guess yeah, it's not terrible. Definitely like concerning that like it feels like I'll have a game and I'll be like, oh my god, I had like a big like week and I'm like, and then somebody beats me out by like 200 points in that time frame and I'm like, what the heck? I can't do anything good enough.
It's like my reliable score is like 50 to 60 point differential and 11-5.
That's still good. I mean, like hey, if you're making the playoffs every year, that's more than most NFL teams, except the Patriots. But that's probably getting broken this year.
Yeah, I've been having so much fun this season, especially with my performances in this game.
Well, yeah. Last night, if you were at the stream and you were watching, we didn't have a good performance last night.
Unfortunately, I couldn't, but I'm assuming you've looked. Since we're past the weeks 1 to 6 deadline, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
How much of am I? If we look at our score, how much am I beating you by? Just give me a point differential between the two of us.
Between the two of us, but we're not even in the same league, honestly.
I know. I still want to know.
Let's see. Hold on.
Alaskan Armor, I totally understand that. It's I mean, my first couple seasons in the RBA, that was definitely where I was winning, but like also I was terrified that I was going to lose games, and that just
Well,
comes from a lot of practice. And
first deadline.
yep,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just
First
gonna.
deadline. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me when you're ready.
I was gonna say just yeah, Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl for anybody else, I think would make me a sad camper.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Wolfpack currently sits in 27th place in season 5.
Woo!
So with 137 points. Now let's wait. Where am I? Where am I else at? I sit at what am I in I sit in 13th in champions with 68 points.
What about me?
And we had a terrible night last night. Like Marching Ants was helping, Tampa was helping, but
And you still
we had a
just
terrible
night.
night.
Couldn't get it done.
Yeah,
That's
couldn't
one
get
of
it.
the things. Like even the best teams in my league, the AI league this season, they're getting like 70 points, and I'm on week.
Wow. How?
I don't know. One of the in like the NFC, there isn't a team above 60 point differential right now. I'll have to check once this game's over, but
You know what? Can I bring really? I'm gonna bring it back to Retro Bowl on the whole for a minute and talk about the fact that my wide receiver 1 is injured for 3 games, and this injury bug I feel like it affects everybody all the time. I'm having to throw more to the bottom of the screen, which I'm not used to, and it's definitely gonna like bite me in the butt. Couple incompletes there, trying to get this touchdown, and we'll complete it over the middle of the running back. Which can we? I think it's. I've heard a lot of people talk about tight ends being kind of the go-to position.
Okay, so there's a debate, which is between running backs and tight ends for the dump, basically.
But I mean,
So-
I have guys talk about, they don't even do a wide receiver; they just get a tight end. That to me seems ridiculous. Like
That's a little risky because, right?
I've got the cap space now, though. I can pick up a
Right.
tight end probably just because I dumped 2 offensive linemen. But I mean, I'm at the point where everything's, I'm like up against my cap. I think, or I'm getting. I think I'm maybe 20 mil away from my cap.
Yeah. So the
my
thing
stuff
with
is generally I get a WR1 just for those passes that I absolutely need to do because that's the easiest thing to pass to besides the running back.
Yeah, I get my wide receiver 1 is definitely my go-to, but also like for the deep ball, I feel like that's why I have him. Like I have him because I like pretty much all the routes he runs, but I like having that ability to throw for like 20 plus yards through the air.
yeah, Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Anyone want to go ahead or?
You can take it, Red Jackets, since no one else is
Alright.
talking.
I think, like I said, okay. So if I go to War Room, Marching Ants was talking a lot about this. He was saying, let's see, what does Marching Ants say? He had 2 tight ends that lasted 5 games this season. He dropped one and got a wide receiver, and his offense started going back again. So I think ultimately the biggest thing is you want a wide receiver. That's what Marching Ants is saying. And Marching Ants is like a genius on this. So I'm going off kind of him. I'm using him as my
So
source.
he's saying a wide receiver first, and then a
Right.
tight end.
Right. Well, he says he gives a good argument for tight ends and a running back. So he doesn't recommend 2 tight ends. He says I think he more leans on either a tight end or a running back.
One of the 2.
Right.
Yeah, that's generally, and I've generally gone running backs, and I'm kind of wondering if I should go for the tight end just to free up the cap space, because I feel like a running back just costs more, and so it's like if I can get the same effect with a tight end, the one difference being he's not available every play, but they're available most plays, and it's like if I can get the same effect paying a guy half the money, it's kind of a no-brainer. Which I'll talk really quickly about wide receivers. Britt here is having a game. He's my wide receiver 2, who's
Hmm.
Filling in for Light, I've had, I think, three 40-plus yard touchdowns in this game, or four even at this point. I mean, I think three, but just long balls over the top every chance I get.
Yeah.
That thing happened where like one of the defensive guys that is supposed to chase after the wide receiver ran too far, so I managed to get a 40-yard run.
Right. And if you can get one of those, like if you can get like if your wide receiver can outrun the defense, you have a good chance at going far.
No, I mean like that bug where like the defense guy runs past and doesn't turn around for a while.
Oh yeah.
My favorite is the one where your guy does kind of the wheel route on the outside,
That's happened before with my guys, and that's how
well,
I
in
got
the defense
one.
cuts up, and you're kind of just sitting there with a wide open wide receiver behind the defense, like 10, 15 yards behind the defense. Those are my favorite, because then it's just like easy deep ball.
I think my favorite plays are when the blitz happens and there's only like one layer of players to get through. So it's rare, but if your running back managed to break through like one or two players, they can easily get 10 to 15 yards.
Those scare me,
Yeah.
dude. I've been having trouble defending against the blitz. Just like they get it going, and I cannot stop it. I was playing the Rams end of last season, I think, and it just they kept going and going, and like there was nothing. Like every play they blitzed, and I got sacked like three or four times in the game, if not more, because I what was I gonna do? I was like, I need the time to throw the football.
And marching against his biggest thing is just saying, go to the sideline, and get it like a play that where you throw the ball and your wide receiver has to come back to you, basically shake the defense.
Yeah, but even then, like I shake the defense, and then I have to go right out of bounds, and I was like, I feel like I never get anywhere with that.
Right, but you're stopping the clock, so it gives you more time. But still,
I mean, and I stop the clock almost every play.
right.
Uh, and still, I feel like I just don't have time to do anything. And we're gonna see here what I can do with 34 seconds on the clock, and uh,
Well, I mean, here's my other thing: is I don't like me personally. I wish we had two sets of timeouts. Like we only have three timeouts for the entire game.
my argument towards not more timeouts is the game moves a lot quicker. It's not like you have 15-minute quarters, or even like
Oh,
in
right.
Madden like 7-minute quarters or something.
Right, but I don't know. It's like that's how it's supposed to be. So you could use that second quarter, stop the time, and get guarantee a touchdown or a field goal.
Oh no,
If you could
I
change the clock that far, that might it would. I don't know how hard it would be to program, but like imagine the AI getting like 200-point games because you set it to 15-minute quarters.
I don't even want to think about it. I
That would
I
be
what frustrates me is let's talk about the game for a second, or where I am, and I just threw over my wide receiver like on the last play because I was just trying to get it over the defense, but I overthrew my wide receiver out of the end zone and missed like a wide open touchdown.
right.
And I'm just like,
I
oh,
saw
come on, like that's painful. Like I don't want that. I'm trying to do work here, and
that.
I'm trying to win the Premier League, and it won't happen with plays like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to win the Premier League. I'm trying to avoid relegation. Let's be honest here.
And I remember Ents was saying that there is a time when you can go up the middle, like when it's acceptable, like however many yards you get. So I don't remember what he said that was, but I think it's like 20 yards or more, and then it's worth it. But even then, it's hard.
I mean, yeah, my thing is like if I go up the middle and I burn say 5 more seconds doing that than a normal play, then it's like Okay, but also how many normal plays does it take to get those, extra 15 yards or whatever? It's like if I can get 15, 20 yards on a deep play, I'll take it every time because it's one play. If you're a quarterback to drop back and throw, even if you're going out of bounds, it's still an extra 5 seconds. Not that I'm in, not that I'm a season champion, just that like that
Right.
that's my logic on it. But we're struggling here a little bit right now. We're
So my other biggest thing too is defense takes too much time.
Defense takes a lot of time. Even when you get like a 3-and-out or something, it takes
Right.
forever. And I'm having no lucks with these 2 points this game. I got one dropped and one picked, and then they scored on me. So I'm only winning by 5 right now. I need to put the hit the gas pedal, so to speak. And who was I? I think I was talking to
Oh, you intercepted it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Is that 2 point that got picked? That's what I was referring to right there. Painful for sure, but I'm afraid to ever throw anywhere like a defender is near because it feels like this game is so even facing like a trash defense, it is so unforgiving if you like throw what could be an interception.
Yeah. Because and that's the biggest thing too with like with me, for example. It's like you throw into that one-on-one and you still get a pick somehow. It's like how?
Yeah, I overthrew to the right, trying to hit my wide receiver in the end zone. Well, and then a lot of this. Let's talk about clock management for a minute, because I'm sitting on my opponent's 10-yard line. Um, First and goal with a minute 44 left in the half. What is your opinion on clock management? Because I've heard multiple theories, and with a minute 47, I tend to just try and run the clock down, and then try and get the points on the third down or fourth down if I can generally make it happen. Try and get that clock
Right.
under a minute 20, because I feel like generally speaking, if it's under a minute 20, they're not gonna score, which we'll find out. I'm at a minute 28 now, so let's see.
Yeah,
They
but
they punt.
if you do that minute 20, they don't score. You're still leaving yourself in a bad position. Like you gotta pick it back up.
Yeah, I have 44 seconds now, and I'm on my own 37. So there's definitely, stuff to be said for. But I got a breakaway here, 28-yard run. I'll take a timeout. 32 seconds left. I'm inside the 35. I mean, I don't know. I don't. I feel like defense is almost more important than offense in this game, only because offense is easier. And so if I get a chance to stop them from scoring that last minute touchdown, like I'll take that almost over the possibility of being able to score again.
And here's the other thing too: is offense is most definitely easier. You're gonna throw a couple interceptions, nothing crazy, but when it comes to star ratings, like with your defense versus your offense versus the other team's offense, my team will have a 5-star defense. I'll go against 2.5, 3.5 star, 4-star. I understand if they're scoring on 4-star. If a 4-star is scoring on my 5-star, but not every drive. But when it comes to like a 3-star defense or a 3-star offense, sorry,
Putting up those
scoring
kind of
on
points, I'm always
5-star.
like, what the fuck? Like,
Right, it's like
I paid for this defense. Like, what are they doing?
I think the dev said on hard you can pretty much just add 2 stars to a team.
But even if I do, if a team's got 1.5 stars and I've got a 5-star defense, I should
Right.
not be. I should not be getting scored on almost ever.
Right. Like even if you want to call that a 3-star defense because you're adding those 2 stars, that's crap. I think because
Well, it's not even. They should be scoring less. Not that they shouldn't be scoring, but they should be scoring less
right.
than
It's
they
like
are.
we built like the reason I built this high offense or defense is because
I don't want to get scored on
exactly. So
ever.
it's not. Yeah, something's not there on the defense side yet. I think there's something.
I think it's just. I
rather-
think it's just him making it hard for us on hard mode.
Right. I mean, rather it be game or rather it be anything. It's just there's something that's missing there.
Yeah,
There's something
absolutely.
that is missing in
And
the
we're gonna
defense.
really quickly. We're gonna get a breakaway for a 30-yard run by Britt, who caught it at 5 yards and just blasted through a couple defenders there. Considering that I'm running a team with essentially what are at this point 2 wide receiver 2s, they are remarkably good. Like, even when I had Desir, who was by far like the most applauded best wide receiver that I've had with this team, like he was I think 3.5 stars, and he was just catching anything.
Right.
He did those jump balls. He did the diving catches. He could outrun. And I was like, how is he doing all this when he's 3.5 stars? I don't get it. And this is shaping up to a big game for us here. It's 44-7.
Yeah.
Minute 44 left. Minute 39. Go ahead.
I think I've got my best season already, and I've only just finished 7 through 12.
I feel like this is not going to be a good season for the Wolfpack. We're going to get a nice sideline throw, though. Got a nice sideline throw, though, for another 40-yard touchdown and a minute 14 remaining on the clock. With, I think, a timeout.
This year I might break 1,000 yards rushing a season.
That's impressive even for a normal guy. So we're going to win this game handily, 52-7. And the nice thing is that, I don't know, Red Jackets, if you're planning on hopping on your stream right at 8.
No, I'm not. I'll wait till you get closer to finish, and I might start it.
But I've got this beautiful week 11 bye. So
Yeah.
what I can do is try and blast through really quickly my bye week, which means my roster, with one exception, are back to being healthy. It's good to have Light back. What am I saying? I have 2 wide receiver 2s. These guys are both wide receiver 1s. They're both, both of them are 4.5-star potential, and I'm paying them at the ass. I mean, I'm paying, $40 million a year, I think, on wide receivers, but it is well worth it with this team that I've built. I've got 2 guys that can go for the ball deep, which is nice because no matter which side of the field it's on, I don't feel like I have to. Like I don't feel like I have missed opportunities. Like right now, I've got 2 guys who have the deep route, and I'm just gonna wait, see which one opens, hit them for a big gain here against the Pirates, who are no longer with us, but we're the season 1 Retro Bowl Alliance champions, which was they will be immortalized forever by being the first. Like more so even than I think any of the other champions. They stick in my memory because we were all young and excited about this league. So long ago. Yeah, but just for it to be like, wow, all this time that we've put in, finally to see it coalesce, and here is our first champion. Here is this first round of winners for us. That was really cool.
I think Green Bay Packers.
But we don't talk about that because I'm still fucking salty the Chiefs lost. I don't care if it was before I was born.
There we go. I found it. Yeah, the Sacramento Bears are 64 points, and they're the top of their conference.
How do people see Tampa? People aren't supposed to know scores yet.
No, that's his game.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, what? Didn't know we were releasing yet, but
we got 1 more hour.
1 more hour. So I'm gonna be dumb and allow the Port Royal Pirates to go up 16-8 on me because I threw a pick. So we're gonna work to try and get some of these points back, and we're gonna do it with a long ball over the side there, and we're gonna have a breakaway run by Light, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, 60 yards for Light. What a strike by Allison, who is still with this team, because I just don't want to let the boy go. He reminds me of a sexier Trevor Lawrence, which, I mean, have you seen that man? So, we're going to get towards the end of the second quarter, and we're going to be 36 seconds left on the clock, trying to make something happen here. And we're going to narrowly avoid a sack and get a leaping completion to Light, who will once again break for a long run, and with about 10 seconds left on the clock is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be 8 seconds at the 15-yard line. And the question is going to be, do I attempt to make this a touchdown strike? And I think I will. And with no time left on the clock, I'm going to get it to Light for a 14-yard completion. We're going to go on top at the half, if only barely. Definitely not my best showing of these set of games, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, Loose Balloon, we have amazing content activity here. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to see your stream, Red Jackets. That's for sure. I'm looking forward to that.
We've got to top what we got before, so hopefully we can make something big happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys about not streaming my first 6. Sunday and Monday was my weekly visit with my girlfriend, so you know, I if I told her I was streaming, she might have murdered me. I said it in my About Us, but she is just so gracious about the fact that I donate a fuck ton of my time to the RBA, considering how little of it I have to go around. And I couldn't do this without her support, and I know that's cheesy and all that, but like, if she said, hey, you know, drop these guys, not that I would, but it would definitely put me, you know, I might feel bad about the work I'm doing here, more like, and I don't. I'm able to do it and be, you know, happy about it and not worried, which is nice. We're gonna try to drive pretty quickly here in the third quarter to get a nice 2-score lead going. We're gonna go up by 11 here. I mean, definitely not my best game, but we're gonna have a couple punts from the defense from the Pirates, which are good. I will never complain about my opponent punting. Definitely not doing as much as I want to this game, but you know, it is what it is. I've already said I am not the best player in the RBA, and we're gonna get a tipped ball that's gonna be picked off at the end of the third quarter. This might turn into a nail biter here, folks. And the Port Royal Pirates are going to score, and they're only going to be down by a field goal heading into the middle of the fourth quarter. I am ashamed. I am downtrodden and defeated. Definitely not my best game. We're gonna try to get one more score in here with 1:20 on the clock. Definitely use Rams strategy of getting out of bounds as quickly as possible.
I give that credit to Ents.
That was Ents. I'm sure everybody who's in that top echelon of players, though, follows it to some degree. With a little under a minute left, we're going to be just outside the red zone. I don't know. Just I feel like this has been kind of a weird week just in terms of the Virtual Alliance goes, but I'm excited that people are still hanging around. We got a whole bunch of new guys, and credit to our sponsored league, the FCS, which is college football. Super excited to see what they're gonna do. They're gonna start next season, but a bunch of their guys have already hopped over here and wait list and are interested in joining the RBA too, which is, you know, really, really cool when we were kind of wondering about where we're going to get members from at this point. It's cool to see just that number, those numbers grow more than they already were. And it warms my heart to see how excited everybody gets about this game. All right, so now that I'm done with my sappy stories, we're going to win this game by 11. We're going to go and submit those really quickly before this deadline. It was so great to see all y'all here. Be sure to go hop over and see Red Jackets play. He'll be streaming shortly after I end. Good friend of mine, fellow council member, all that good ish. So be sure to check him out. And until next time, peace. We are the Alliance.
Yep, I'm gonna leave my stream in the link below.
All right. Great, guys. See you then.